Time for an itsy bitsy tiny whiny break. Come back after the break, there's lots more to show you. Success is not measured by the position one reaches in life, but the difficulties one overcomes. और हमारे segment पे हम आपको जिस मेहमान से मिलाएंगे, he's a living example that early life में जो difficulties आपको मिलती हैं, they make you aim higher and work harder. Let's meet our guest and show you what he has to say about his life and achievements. You're searching the world for treasure, but the real treasure is yourself. And one such good example, rather great example, is sitting with me, RAZA BEIG. He is the successful, flamboyant CEO of Splash and ICONOC. Hi RAZA, how are you?
Very well, SAFA. How are you doing?
It's indeed a pleasure having you today.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Tell us the 20 years of journey of making Splash such a big brand in Dubai.
It was not planned. I don't think so it was planned. I came in the business as a store manager actually to look after the first Splash store. The journey has been phenomenal. From the first store, when we opened the first store, we recognized that there was a need for fashion and people were just coming in huge numbers. From the first, then it went into 2 to 20, and before in the 20 years, it's almost 200 stores today. So it's been a very good journey. We've learned a lot in the process, and inshallah, I think so we are only going to give something better to our consumer in time to come.
Did you get any formal education in fashion, or it was inborn?
No, fashion came to me by default. As a child, I was very enterprising. I did quite a few interesting things. I made a lot of money as a young man. In India, they used to say Karodpati was a big thing. So in my 20s, I became a Karodpati through my hard work. But what really, it so happened that things fell apart and I decided to come to Dubai. And fashion was given to me as an option, and I took it head on, and so I have got no education on fashion.
What is your mantra of success in this competitive market?
My mantra of success, personally, when I look at myself, there are 3 things which I very sincerely do. I work very hard. I work very intelligently. I ensure that whatever I'm doing is empowered with my education and my intelligence.
Who is your mentor?
My mentors have always been people who I'm very close to. So as I was growing up, I think so it was my mom. Her journey was very phenomenal, and I think so the challenges she took up and the way she represented herself, and so she became my role model. As I grew up and I came into business, there were a few people who I looked up at. But I really found my true mentor in Mickey Jagtiani, my chairman of my company. His vision, his clarity, his leadership style, his delegation, all these things were very, very superior in the way he performed himself. And I think so that's naturally today the reason why he is where he is because of those clarities he had in mind. So my mentor today, I would say I would have two, my mother and Mickey Jagtiani. And as a teacher, I would presume Mickey's wife. There was no better teacher than Renuka. She was an excellent, excellent teacher.
Raza, I can see you've won so many awards. How does it feel?
I have won awards. Basically, they're all business awards. Whatever little activities which you have done on HR or business or marketing, it's very evident that the region has been kind to us, and the region has accepted what we have done, and it feels good.
What motivates you?
What motivates me? People. You know, when I was a very young man, I realized that people are the most important assets. My helper in my factory, when I was making shirts, became the factory manager. When I came into Landmark, the reason I could relate with Landmark is because Mickey had a similar philosophy, and he had directors who had joined him as junior salespeople. That drive still lives with me, and when I see people grow and become something, or when we see their, you know, I feel you know, you have achieved something.
Raza, you introduced Salman Khan's Being Human in Dubai. Tell us something about this.
Actually, I was in no intention of taking it on, because I said, you know, Salman will come with his tantrums. You know, usually Bollywood comes with a lot of, and I said, no, I'm not here to. So when it came to my table, I told my team, we'll go and we'll see them, but you know, we'll finish the meeting in 15 minutes. We'll shake hands. We'll have a coffee. But you know, when I came in, the first question I asked the team, I said, so is this Salman Khan's brand? And they said, no, this is not Salman's brand, this is Salman's NGO. Okay. So I said, okay. And the second question was obvious. So where are these profits going to go? Okay. You know, and where's this royalty going to go? And they said that the royalty is going to his NGO. Not a single rupee will go into his pockets. I thought, then I said, okay, the cause is good. The ambassador is good. And then I said, okay, let's see the product.
Yet you've managed to make the brand such a successful name. You do everything so big, judging from the events you've done with Splash and with ICONOC. Tell us about this power, this inspiration that comes doing the events.
I don't believe, you know, I'll just give you an example. We used to make a calendar every year. Okay. And, you know, I used to receive a lot of calendars on my table, you know, and as a CEO of an organization, you get 50, 60 calendars. And every calendar I used to say, these are just dates, you know, and I said, no, if I will only make a calendar when I'm ready to give something spectacular, and consumers or people who get it actually respect it. And therefore I decided that if I have to do it, I will do a limited edition calendar, something which gets not only talked about in the region but internationally. And rightfully so, our calendars, you know, some of them have got nominated in the top 5 calendars of the world. It is only because when you do something, you have to give it your full heart and your full creativity and your full energy. Once you combine all these things well put together, the package is damn good. I actually I do the same things what everybody else does. We all spend money on marketing, and probably some of them spend more than I do. Yes. But I do it with a lot of passion, and I do it with a lot of sincerity, innovation. and I get everybody involved in it, from the customer to my team. And what comes out is a celebration.
Raza, tell us about your childhood.
My childhood was a very difficult childhood because I grew up in Bombay, a very, very nice place called Bandra, very social, very high-flying people. But unfortunately, because of my father's death, there was a little tough times in our lives. But that didn't stop me from having fun and enjoying my life. It's just that at a very early age, we all in the family had to do something so that we could survive. And I don't regret that at all in my life, because I started at the age of 13. And by the time I was 23, 24, when everybody else was ready to get into business or get into doing work, I was already 10 years of experience. So though it was difficult, I do believe that today the reason I enjoy and smile back and I look back at my life and I really have a good time today at the age of 45. All my friends are balding and getting old and boring, and here my life is just, I feel it's just starting my life. So the things which I missed as a childhood, I am actually making it up for it now.
Tell us about the upcoming event, Splash Fashion League.
You see, every season we have themed our fashion shows. Last season was Fashion Royale. The previous one was Fashion Paradise. This time the energy in the collections are very sporty.
Any message to the aspiring newcomers in the field of fashion?
Message? There are many, but I do believe that one of my very favorite quotes by Mother Teresa is, "What's done in love lasts forever." Basically, whatever you do, irrespective whether it is a cleaner's job or whether it is the CEO's job, love what you're doing, be passionate, make sure that every aspect of your life, from your family to your business to your social life, is full of love. Once you have that, you will do very well.
That was RAZA BEIG with us, and we've learned so much, and I'm sure you all have enjoyed whatever he had to say. RAZA, wish you best of luck.
Thank you.
Always, for your professional, for your personal life, and hope to see you making even more grounds in your fashion world.
Thank you.
Thank you. मुझे तो बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है यहाँ बैठकर आपके साथ बातें करके, but it's time to bid farewell. आजकल ठंड बहुत ज़्यादा है, अपना ख्याल रखें, कहीं सर्दी वर्दी ना हो जाए, क्योंकि कहते हैं आंसू सब साफ करते हैं लेकिन नाक कोई साफ नहीं करता. एनीवेज, अगले हफ्ते तक आप मुझे और मैं आपको नहीं भूलूंगी. टिल द नेक्स्ट शो ऑफ दुबई आए, मिलते हैं आपसे नेक्स्ट वीक. XOX, ciao.